Every night before I go to sleep, I try to ask the universe for healing and guidance. One night about a week ago, I did this, but with a bit more intention behind it than usual. And so in my dream that night, I was talking to a very wise older woman. So we were engaged in a discussion with a lot of gravity, where she seemed to be helping me solve a problem that I'd been having. And she was asking me all these probing questions. This went on for a while until finally I got this feeling that I'd found the solution that she'd been trying to lead me towards. So I said it out loud. I said, "I'm not letting myself feel my fear." And as I spoke these words, a massive amount of fear welled up inside of me and forced me awake. So I'm waking up. And I immediately wrote down, "I'm not letting myself feel my fear," because it felt like this huge epiphany. And welcome to the Healthy Home Guide. So this is a place where I share practical tips for creating a safe and healthy home. Please go ahead and like this video and subscribe. The entire day after I had that dream, I just couldn't stop thinking about what it might mean. I'm not letting myself feel my fear. I was pretty confused. Why should I want to feel more anxiety? Don't I already feel enough? So I talked to a friend about it, and he said it reminded him of the concept, let the emotion come up so it can come out. So this phrase sparked an increasing amount of clarity for me in the coming days. I'll now try to share that clarity with you. I'll start by saying that this strategy is only useful when there's no action you can currently take to solve the cause of your fear. If you can do something about it, do something about it. So anyway, this information isn't necessarily novel, but maybe the way I'm gonna express it might be. So here it is. If you don't allow your fear to be fully expressed, it will keep pestering you until you do. Fear is a part of you that wants to be heard just like any other part. And so once you allow fear to speak, it will be satisfied and fade. And so that's the idea, at least. But practically, right? How do we do this? How do we let our fear speak? So I'll give you a practical example. Say your electricity just went out and you're afraid all the food in your fridge will spoil. I mean, if that happened to me, my natural response would be to think a mile a minute about the situation from every angle. I'd be stuck in a low-grade worry cycle that never really went away until the power went back on, so to speak. Instead of ruminating, pause and just let the emotion itself, the emotion of anxiety, express itself without thinking or analyzing. I mean, you can think a little, but with the goal of furthering the unfolding of the emotion. So, let your face become super anxious. Let the emotion rise in you. Don't fight it. Realize that what you're doing is healthy for you. Breathe slowly and naturally because we're not trying to induce a panic attack here. So breathe until the emotion begins to fade. That's it. It might take 10 seconds, it might take longer. Depends who you are and what you're dealing with. So personally, I find that after I'm done feeling the negative emotion, positive thought processes and feelings will kind of drift into my mind, maybe to balance things out. It's kind of like my brain's you've been really giving a lot of attention to the negative. What about the positive? I think we all argue with ourselves, right? We all have that voice that says, well, what if you're wrong? What if the truth is actually the opposite of what you've been doing? Well, this strategy uses that dualistic tendency that we have. So yeah, I mean, maybe we can sort of minimize our excessive thinking and worrying by allowing the underlying emotions we're feeling to run their course. I hope I've earned your subscription by providing a more useful explanation of this concept than maybe you may have heard before. I mean, usually I hear the phrase like, it's okay to be sad, or it's okay to be angry, and similar variations. Those just haven't been helpful to me. In fact, they've been confusing and alienating to me. They're just like not specific enough. You know what I mean? If you know what I mean, like this video, and if you have anything to add, leave a comment. Have a worry-free day.